some chai dukan comes, have a tea, and then come back. This, as a team what you live, as a commune what you live, made me work in a team in my DRDO days. I always worked as a team, worked with everybody, could be mingle with everybody, and so a team spirit was always there. That team spirit came from my college days. I always feel no one is individually alone will be very successful in today's world. You may be able to do a small, narrow research, but then you want to develop something in a country, you always need to have a team. So we should be able to play a good role in a team, which I have learned from my college days. And in life, friends make very important part of your life. And what I had my friends during my engineering days in the 1980s, early 80s, even today, a day doesn't pass in my life without talking to one of my college mates in the day. And so much, the people have cherished also with this team spirit. When I am here in the helm of affairs at the Government of India, we had many people who are my just college mates, classmates, are next to my 1 year juniors. When I am the Secretary Defense R&D or the scientific advisor, my own classmate is there as a defense secretary. And my own 1 year juniors were holding my next two positions in DRDO as Director Generals of DRDO, two people. You imagine at one go, there were 4 people who were in very important positions in the Government of India, and all because of that college days, how you have spent your life, how we have worked together, and how you have been living together, and that is what you have shaped your life and make you live happily throughout your life. In fact, I'll tell you, the college mates, the friends whom I had, about 1.5 years back when I had my daughter's marriage, I want to tell you how many people from all over the world who are my college mates who attended this function. There were 175 people of my college mates who attended that function. That is the life we led in the college days. So I wish you will be able to utilize the opportunity in this campus of MIT-ADT, which again is 130 acres in Pune city. Having 130 acres is something like unimaginable condition. Thanks to the famous hero Rajkumar ji, and also thanks to Vishwanath Karat ji, you have such a luxurious 130 acres campus in the heart of the city of Pune, which is very, very difficult. We people, when we come, I lived most of my part in Hyderabad. When we come to Pune, we used to find that everything is very small. You go to an apartment also, you have small sizes apartment because of the Bombay culture or whatever it is and all that. Such a city, 130 acres, palatial buildings. I was here about a month and a half back here for Vijnana Bharati program. And I've seen that is a big globe sort of a building, huge building, a lush green campus. You are all very lucky to be in this campus, such with great facilities. I also heard, while coming or just now when the Pro-Vice Chancellor was telling, for the total of about 13,000, 14,000 students what you have here, you almost have about 1,000 plus faculty here. It is just 1:13, 1:14 what you have here in this campus. I have not found anywhere, the great institutes I go also, I find generally the ratio is about 1:20, 1:22, 1:18 probably. I have not found 1:13 or 1:12 anywhere else. So that is the campus what you are here. And we shall again congratulate and thank Vishwanath Karatji. You agree with me? You are in a good campus? Answer, please, judge. You are in a good campus? Loudly. Are you in a good campus? Or loudly. Are you in a good campus? Yes, very good. Be that with the spirit. Friends, I want to tell you one thing. You are now entered into the undergrad course at a time when India is transforming itself to be a developed nation. So many changes happening. And when we studied to today, enormous changes. When we studied, if I take the engineering institutions, there must have been about 4 or 5 engineering institutions per state. And the whole country must have had about maximum of 100 institutions in the country. So if I take 100 into roughly about 100 students, if we are producing a maximum of 10,000 engineers we were producing that time. Even that 10,000 engineers, that time, we were finding it very difficult to get jobs for those 10,000 people, approximately 10,000 numbers. That was the situation when we were doing our education. Similarly, when you look at the students, we didn't find any girl students joining these courses. Very few girls were studying. In fact, my college, when I entered the campus, by the time, the whole of the campus, whole of the college, there was only one girl who was studying. Just one girl. And my batch, 6 girls joined. That was the situation. The same college, I went for convocation of my own university as a chief guest the other day. I found 52% of the students were girls. 52%. That is the change. And similarly, these 100 institutions what have come up what were there in the country, and maybe 10,000 students who were producing, and the universities again, which were very few, 4 or 5 universities in a state. Now today the number of engineering students who are coming out from this country every year are 1.4 million engineers are coming out. 1.4 million engineers. Almost every district in the country has got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engineering institutions. Every district has got a university today. There are about 4.3 crore higher education students who are there studying higher education today in this country. That is the number. And in fact, where is 10,000 engineers and not getting the jobs for 10,000 people? The 1.4 million engineers who are getting produced, almost 90% of them are getting placed today. 90% of the engineers. That is the change what has come in the country today. Similarly, when you look at the premier academic institutes in the country, particularly in the engineering side, we have the IITs, Indian Institute of Technologies. They are the best institutes what has been considered. Now the private institutions are also competing with them to become equal or even better than those institutions today. Almost about 75% of those students who are passing out of that, they were going abroad earlier. 75% or maybe 80%. Now today the statistics show more than 75% of the undergrad students who are passing out of the IITs are staying back here in this country. They are working in this country. They are working for this country. That is the sea change again which has come. If you look at the other way around, the number of papers which get published in this country, which is actually a symbol for the prosperity in the education. If you look at last year, 2023, the number of papers which are published from this country are 1,90,000 papers which have been produced in this country, making this country as the third country in the world after USA, China. India is the third country which has published so many papers. That is the sea change. Then again, if you look at it, the number of PhDs, again the number is increased. Much more. Last year again, 2023, the number of PhDs which are produced in this country, there are 24,000 PhDs, making the country as the second country in the world after USA. India is the second country which is produced PhDs. That is how the education system is changing. Number of institutions have come. Everybody is competing with each other, trying to make this institute better and better. Every management of the institute, particularly I am talking about the private institutes which have come, they compete. Every institute has an R&D cell, R&D center, working on projects. They all go everywhere. They go to DST, they go to CSIR, they go to DRDO, they go to Atomic Energy, they go to ISRO, they go to Biotechnology Department, get projects, and everybody says, in our institute, we have an R&D center, we have 75 projects running. The worth of the projects is 55 crores, 75 crores. This is how every institute is telling themselves. They are trying to improve their ranks regularly. The national rankings, this year 47, this year 42, like that people are improving their rankings, competing itself. So making institutions are better and better day by day. Trying to make many programs like that. Everybody is having an incubation center where the students can come. Innovation center where they are trying to promote innovations in the students. Like we have seen here in MIT-ADT, you have Atal Innovation Center, which is connected to the Atal Innovation Center of Niti Aayog, promoting innovations in the students. We heard Professor Ajay Kumarji saying now, the new education policy is promoting innovations, studying varieties of subjects. So that is what is, innovations are coming out, and young students like you are being encouraged to come out with new ideas, new thought processes, new designs. That is what is the change what has again come up in this country, the education institutions what are coming out. We have never heard. Earlier we used to have very few institutes in the country which are private. There are so many private institutions have come, and they are all continuously working hard, dedicated themselves. We can see that the Karachi's family itself, how much they are dedicated to the institute, how much they work. Every day they take this institute as tapobhumi. That is how they use the word Deeksha. So much of a dedication. With this dedication, now the scenario again in the country is changing. The youngsters like you are making this country a very, very technologically, scientifically advanced country, one after another. Unimaginable wonders are coming from the youngsters today. Youngsters are no more looking for a job only. I want a job. I want to join this organization. It is not today anymore. They are coming out with their own startups, their own ideas, and they are flourishing like anything. I'll give you again the statistics number. Friends, you should listen to this. In the year 2016, just about 80 years back, this country had just 458 startups. Just 458. Now today, in the year 2024, we have almost 150,000 startups this country has got today. 150,000. And all these startups, 90% of the startups are by youngsters, just passed out graduates. In particularly, I'll tell you my experiences in the last 1 or 2 years. I've been continuously talking, mentoring, supporting the startups. All are 23, 24, 25, 26 years old boys. Almost all of them are unmarried. Unmarried means they are yet to get married, not that they are not ready to get married. Such young people coming out with wonders. I'll give you a couple of examples which will be an inspiration for you. One young boy from Coimbatore, an engineering institution, he came to me at the age of 4th year. He is working on rocket propulsion. Rocket propulsion. Imagine 3rd year, 4th year. In my days, we didn't know what is a rocket also, except listening to the World War II, some rockets are used. And he started working on that. In that propulsion, some accident happened. He burned his left hand also. That boy came to me, sir, please help me. I want to work on propulsion for interplanetary motion. For the space department, I want to work on the propulsion, which is a water-based propellant. So I didn't know, it is not my subject. I connected to him the then ISRO chairman, Kiran Kumarji. Kiran Kumarji was so impressed with them, he gave 2 crores worth of project to that boy. 2 crores worth. I'm telling you, the water-based propellant for interplanetary motion has successfully proven by them, and it worked, and within about 1.5 years. Now the same boy started a startup which is there in the Indian Institute of Science, name by name Bellatrix, and they are working on green propulsion, electric propulsion, and plasma-based propulsion for the satellites. And those same boys, on 1st of January this year, 2024, the same technology is proving. They have put it in the PSLV, they launched a satellite, and proven these technologies of electric propulsion and plasma propulsion by them. And shall I tell you that youngsters who are still unmarried, I should not give the figures, but the valuation of the company today, where French people have come to him saying that you please join with us, USA people have come to join with us, and now somewhere it is more than 1,000 crores. 1,000 crores is the young boys of 25, 26 years old people who are doing this. Similarly, another one boy came by name Sunil in Hyderabad. We use composites for our rocket motors instead of metallic, because it becomes very heavy weight for the rocket motors. We go for composites. But the composite materials have a temperature limitation. Somewhere around 200 degrees or so it gets limited. This boy, again at 22, he came to me saying that, sir, give me an opportunity. I will enhance the temperature capability of this composite motor. We gave a project. He successfully demonstrated higher capability of this composite motors. Very successfully we gave a project. Now the same man has a big factory in Hyderabad which manufactures composite rocket motors, composite nozzles, and composite materials what are required for missiles, space, everything, and also started a company in Ahmedabad for making satellites, a company called Ajista, a known company now today in the space department, missiles department, a young boy now maybe about 27, 28 years old, I don't remember, and company worth hundreds of crores. That is the type of a change what has come. We all know, friends, probably you also heard, quantum technology is the upcoming technology where the country is also working in this area. Again today, in the country, we have at least more than 10 startups which are working in this quantum area, or maybe more also. And DRDO, 3 years back, we wanted to prove the quantum communication over 100 kilometers. Then again, a startup came and worked with us along with IIT Delhi. This startup, IIT Delhi and DRDO have made the first ever quantum communication, QKD, over 100 kilometers on a dark fiber between Vindhyachal and Prayagraj by a startup. That is the type of achievements what the startups are having today in this country. So that is the motivation for you people. You also should come out with such great initiatives. Not that you'd have to go to 4th year, 5th year and all that. In the beginning itself, right from 1st year, you should start experimenting. You should work with the innovations. Come out. And the innovations should get a name to your university. The university will be very happy when you achieve something. You are all very happy that I am joining this institute. You come out of your village or town or whatever it is, and you are joining here, and you are seeing the new campus. But